Hello everyone, this is Onikisu, and I'm back to Minecraft Story Mode. So let's begin. Heading to the menu, we got... Just ended episode 2 last episode, so now we'll be starting episode 3. Yeah. It's coming soon, episode 4, but anyway, let's start with episode 3, The Last Place You Look. And loading.
Previously on Minecraft Story.
It is said that within every loss, every challenge,
It looks like a horrible way to die.
Lucas!
and every failure, there is a gift. When beloved friends are lost, we find new ones in our heroes. When we're given grief, we find a way to give it back. And when our band of unlikely adventurers are tasked with saving the world from the coming storm, they will bring together the bravest and the brightest to stop it. But finding the last and most elusive member of the Order of the Stone and his legendary Formidabomb would prove their most perilous mission yet. For some would rather our hero's story end here. Shutting the door on their adventure forever.
I still want to destroy that dude.
But like all doors, when one closes, another is bound to open.
Man, Ivor is just...
Stop him! You paid for this! Ugh. Watch it!
You're out of the way! That was weird.
Definitely.
Everything feels really fast now. I said that really fast, didn't I?
Ugh, I'm getting dizzy.
We need to find Soren.
Yeah.
I still can't figure out how Ivor made the door close.
Maybe we should focus more on how it opens.
That's basically what I said.
Guys,
Sure.
Maybe it was a pressure plate.
You don't look so good.
Because I look great?
You know what I meant.
Yes, unfortunately I do. Do not be frightened or alarmed. But it's getting worse. I'm in a lot of pain.
We have to tell the others.
Your friends know that's a bad idea.
You have to.
It's just gonna cause panic, and we can't afford that right now. When the time comes, I'll share it with those that wish to know. Until then, I hope you can be discreet.
hey guys, I have an idea.
Okay.
Magnus, help! Well, all right, but I have another idea.
Is it yelling for Eligard?
Well, not anymore.
Look, they aren't coming back. We have no idea where they are.
They couldn't abandon us if they wanted to. As long as we have... this!
Flint and steel? I don't get it.
It's not... That's not what I meant to pull out. Hold on. Oh, this!
Their colors are fading. They are moving away from us.
Here, let me see it. Maybe you're just holding it wrong. Or maybe you just have to jiggle it a little.
What's your problem?
I just want to see it.
You can see it without touching.
Not if you can't get it to work.
It's working fine. Soren!
Soren? Why, indeed it is. Hurry, Jesse. Find him.
Finding Soren. Okay, so it's not going over here. It's glowing here.
This is the spot. It has to be.
Maybe.
This is definitely it. Get ready to dig, people.
Who knows how far down that goes? We might end up digging until we hit bedrock. Guys, we're not really equipped for this.
Anyone else have a better plan?
Jesse's talking to you, Lucas.
I know. I just need a...
Pie down!
Let's get to it then.
Dig, 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 dig. Repeatedly tap A. This is indeed a deep hole.
Are we cool?
It's a hole!
Does that mean we're cool?
I'll find out!
I guess that makes sense. You dig, you get a hole. I'm not sure why I expected anything else.
Jump down.
That was my point.
Jump down, whatever.
Looks pretty good. It's dark, but other than that, we're okay.
Heading down. Don't look up. I've got to work up the nerve.
Wait!
You have to say that now?
Something's not right. Bats!
Why are we screaming?
Who? Ah! No! Get away! I touched it! It touched me!
Bruh.
Okay, alright. It's safe now.
Bruh.
Everyone okay?
Just slipped.
What's that smell?
I believe the scientific word for it is poop. It's what I slept on. Aha, humor. Lead the way, Jesse.
Yeah. Stay close, boy.
Let's keep moving. Well, then all these bridges and stuff.
Whoa.
We have to get out of here!
What?
We have to get out of here!
We just got here.
You don't understand. This is a grinder.
Wow.
They're meant to kill monsters. Trouble is, they can't tell the difference between monsters and people.
This can't be good.
But there should be a loot room down there, right? Just saying. Not all bad.
Creepers!
Just like how you do it in Minecraft. 3 hits. You gotta play it smart.
Jesse, fire in the hole!
There he is. He's right down.
I so failed. Bruh.
Was that?
The amulet. Yes.
Wait, are you gonna jump? You're going to jump, aren't you?
Just tuck and roll.
Not bad.
This one's mine.
Oh wow. Spiders. That's nice. Gotcha.
Jesse, get down!
Damn. Not bad.
Who wants more?
You're asking for more?
Jesse!
Hey, ugly!
Watch out! Hey, bonehead, I'm talking to you. Anytime now, Jesse.
No one wants an arrow in their face. Got it.
Hey-ya!
That looks nice. All those ducks.
Hold on! Wait up!
Everyone's getting chased around here by all these mobs. I got you.
Jesse, incoming!
And I took damage.
The amulet! It's over there!
Bruh. Oh, wow.
Got to get the amulet. You help the others. Yeah. Come on, come to Jesse.
Gotta get up. Can't let this choice be in vain. Wow. Get off me. Get off me. Bruh. And there goes everyone. Interesting. Quite the elaborate thing he has ongoing here. Oh, there's everyone. Well, where's Axel?
Hey guys, where's Axel?
I could have sworn he was right behind me up there.
Yes, there he is.
No, don't worry. I'm totally fine.
He's always falling on him.
Oh, crap. I'm sorry.
Good work, Jesse. Do not forget, the mission above all else. Even your friends. I'm sure it was difficult. But that is what the situation calls for. And if we didn't have the amulet, we'd be lost.
My friends are important to me.
And I don't doubt that. But in situations like these, the sentimental can oftentimes be very dangerous.
They need me.
That's the problem, Jesse. I've been in the hero business for quite some time. It's kept me in lunch money. But I will say, for all its perks, more often than not, heroes eat alone.
Hey, buddy. It's alright.
Lucas, we might have had our differences, but you're all right in my book.
Thanks, Axel.
No, thank you. I'm gonna go look around.
I really appreciate you helping Reuben back there, Lucas.
I guess I did. You don't have to do it all yourself, you know. I could help.
Like I said, thanks.
Jesse?
What?
The amulet.
Soren must be close. Where'd he go? You have got to be kidding me.
Sounds like the grinder is backed up.
With loot?
Go, 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 go!
Ha! Failed shot. Nice spin.
Whoa!
Got him.
Keep moving!
Nice spin.
Axel, look out!
Take that, ugly!
Bruh.
Oh, you want some too?
I'm coming, buddy! I have had enough of this! Take that!
In your face, spider!
Let's move.
There's two things I hate. It's running and monsters.
Holy crap. An end portal?
That's the way out.
Wait! What? Look! Oh no!
Gabriel! Get away from them! Yeah! Yeah! In your face, monsters! I think I'm starting to get the hang of this.
This place is getting
Here we go!
those mobs, like, wow.
Jump!
And here we are, in the end.
Whoa. Oh, great. Just keeps getting better.
Where's Axel? He was right behind me.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
wow.
swear, I'm not trying to do that.
Get off.
That just continuously happens to that guy.
Jeez. Oh man. Oh,
Are you hurt?
What? No, I'm not crying. Just look. Hide. So, what do we call that? A herd of Endermen? A flock of Endermen? A swarm?
It's a haunting of Enderman.
We might want to hold off on the grammar lessons until later. Which way are we headed, Jesse?
The amulet does not work in the inn.
Ah, great. Whew. Man, so we were trapped, and now we're lost. So we go from a death machine that almost drowns us, and we land here, in the end.
Are you saying we should have stayed?
No, I'm saying we should have known where we were headed before we left.
We do know where we're going. Towards Soren.
That's enough.
Face it, Jesse. We might never find this guy.
There he is.
Did that just happen? I can't believe that just happened.
That has to be Soren. Who else would build a staircase in the end?
Indeed.
We gotta go.
Everyone, behind me! I'll handle the Enderman. Just follow my lead and I'll protect you!
We'll be right behind you.
That doesn't sound like a good idea. Actually, you know what? I'll just go. Give me a chance. Just say the word, and I'll do it.
Everyone, follow Lucas. And let's pick up the pace, okay?
Come on.
Just trying to give everyone a chance. Gabriel's sick, so it's not exactly gonna help him leading the way.
Well done, Lucas.
Thanks. And you too, Jesse. Thanks for giving me a shot.
Let's go.
I got a bad feeling about this. So quiet.
I hope that someday I love something as much as Soren seems to love stairs.
Jesse, if we could just slow down for a moment.
Need a hand?
Me? Don't be ridiculous. Really, I'm fine. I apologize. That's all I needed. We can keep moving.
He knows that he's sick.
So many stairs.
There's a ladder.
Better not be a long one.
Watch it be a long one.
Jesse, I believe this honor belongs to you.
Here goes.
So basically we lost Eligard and whatever that other guy's name was. We're just trying to find Soren because he has that TNT. The others, they're kind of useless because they keep arguing all the time.
What do you see?
Please don't say more stairs.
It's the most beautiful place I've ever seen.
So bright.
He made something like this in the end. That's an interesting little thing he did. He put a place like this in the end. Oh
That's my body, Axel.
God,
My broken,
Axel.
battered body.
Second.
The ground is almost squishy, like carpet.
Looks funny,
Yep.
too. Hey, I can...
What in the...
It's wool.
It's made of wool. This tree, the grass, it's all wool.
You're telling me that we've been resting all our hopes on this guy, and the whole time he's been building some totally artificial happy land?
Well, it's real wool.
I guess after all this time to himself, Soren might have gone a little off.
A little is being generous.
Soren has a history of odd behavior.
We came here for nothing. What are we even supposed to do now?
We came here for Soren and for his Formidabomb. That's still the plan.
Just look around, Jesse. If the greatest builder of all time has spent years working on this, what are the chances he's even gonna have that bomb, huh? I've had enough crazy for one day.
Knob.
Is he gonna be okay? He seems pretty upset. Perhaps he's allergic to wool.
I don't know what's eating him. Gabriel, hey. Any idea why Soren would build something like this?
Soren was always strange, secretive.
So...
If I were you, I'd be looking for a secret door. And the secret mechanism to open said door.
You doing okay?
Besides the fact that I'm dying slowly, pitifully wasting away, my circumstances growing more dire with every passing second?
Yeah, that.
Fine, all things considered.
That was so extra.
I guess I'm gonna keep looking around.
There's a button here. Just push it.
Didn't do anything.
Remember seeing a switch right here.
Cool.
Oh, this must be the door.
Sounds like the music is coming through the wall.
I wonder if I just press the button now that I flip the switch. See what happens.
Didn't do anything.
Again. Okay, so I flip the switch. Lit up those things up there. Oh, yawn.
Well, at least that's not made of wool. Must be all sorts of hidden water systems in this place.
Yeah, just there's a switch on the tree next to whatever his name is. I might as well just stalk him while I'm at it.
What do you want?
Gabriel's worried about you.
Listen, I know I've been prickly, okay? But, Jesse, I think something's wrong with Gabriel. I mean, you have to have noticed the lack of energy, the labored breathing.
It's nothing. I'm sure of it.
No, Jesse, it's something big. It's not fooling anybody. At least not me.
Look, Lucas, Gabriel's sick.
How long have you known?
A while, but he asked me not to say anything. The wither infected him with something.
So everything I was worried about is true. This is my fault, Jesse. Gabriel's wither sickness, it's because of me.
If you really believe that, now's the time to make it up to them, and to us.
Maybe you're right. I've wasted enough time feeling sorry for myself. If one of our best fighters is sick, do we even stand a chance anymore? Not like we haven't dealt with some grade A problems before, but I just can't help feeling kinda hopeless.
It just means you gotta step up. More than you have already, okay?
Okay. I kinda wish Gabriel would tell everybody. It would just make things easier.
I only got Lucas to calm down. For some reason I can't get to the...
Cute, I guess.
Hey, Jesse.
I kinda need to get at that lever you're blocking.
That's 2.
Thanks.
Yep.
Huh, there's the last one.
Neat!
Now I should probably press the button and it should open the door. Alright.
That's weird. Hey everyone, I think I found Soren's way out!
Way to go, Jesse. That's awesome.
I wish I could have been of more assistance. When I think back to my glory days, I was so strong, so capable.
Gabriel, don't apologize, really.
Thank you, Jesse. We'll see what we can find in the rest of the house. I just hope we don't discover Soren as he's getting ready for bed. He always wore the most revealing bathrobes.
Bruh, I'm done. A fountain, let's just ignore that for now. A seating area. Oh, hearing the music. Here's a nice place.
Let's see what's going on behind this door.
Don't let it be something I don't want to see.
And I call that one Symphony in E. A new composition to celebrate my newest discovery.
That's him!
This time, I observed
Soren!
place a block on top of another block.
What the?
Rudimentary, yes, but
It's just a
sign of
recording.
undeniable intelligence. I hope I'm not imagining things. Goodness
After
knows
all
it's
that,
happened
he's
before.
not even here?
I better eat something. I'm positively lightheaded with excitement.
We came all this way, and for what? We're no closer to Soren than before.
Well, this record didn't turn on by itself.
Huh, good point. I guess he really likes the sound of his own voice then.
Maybe there's something useful on this record.
Our next
I can
step is
figure
to
out
see
what he's
whether they might
talking
be able
about.
to be persuaded to build collaboratively. I've worked up a simple set of building instructions to inspire them. I will disguise myself and hide among them in order to observe them more closely.
Hide
I feel a
among
new
them. Hide
composition
among
coming
who?
on.
Jesse? Do you think Soren is talking about them? Then again, everything else about this guy has been pointing to crazy.
I guess everybody needs hobbies. Even if they are really, really, really dangerous. You think he's actually training Endermen to build stuff?
I think he thinks he's training Endermen to build stuff.
Let's look around, see what we could find out.
He has an Enderman suit here, so obviously, yes, he is indeed dressing up as him.
Olivia, check it out.
An Enderman suit? Either Soren's got a very unique fashion sense, or... Wait a second!
Looks like a taller one was hanging there, but it's missing.
Because Soren must be wearing it. This is the disguise he was talking about.
You mean...
In order to walk amongst the Endermen, you have to become an Enderman.
Let's check these. Wait, let's check this chest. Wants there be nothing inside.
Found something.
What you got?
It's definitely some sort of crafting recipe. But why would someone as brilliant as Soren need a recipe for a shape that simple?
Because they're not for Soren. They're for the Endermen. This must be what he's trying to teach them to build. Okay, so if Soren is using those blueprints to teach the Endermen to build, and there's a disguise missing from the stand...
He must be conducting his experiment right now.
Of course! The missing disguise is the one he had to put on before going outside.
Which means if we want to get to Soren, we have to go out there to do it. That leftover Enderman suit would fit me. Guess it's time to play dress up.
Let's do it. Why would he leave an extra one though? Odd.
How do I look?
I don't think you want my honest opinion. But it just might do the trick.
Indeed. It looks more like a dragon one. Let's just go up here. There's some books. Some books. Check over here. Just more books. Why does he have so many places to sit down?
Those instructions called for clay blocks, just like this one.
Do I have to find clay blocks? Might as well do it. Let's go back down. Yeah, clay blocks.
I'll take this one too.
I think there were 4 on the recipe. Recipe here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I
That's
have
3 I've grabbed so far.
Well, let's find the other one. Is that one? Yeah. Right here.
I'll take this one too.
That's 4. Hey, there's another one. Another one.
Looks like this is the last block in here.
There's the last block in here, then let's head out through that door over there. Here we go, here we go.
Hang on a second. Soren in disguise looks like any old Enderman, and so will you. How are you going to find him? Walk up to every Enderman out there and say, "Hey, are you Soren?" The whole point of the disguise is to avoid that kind of attention.
We just need to get his attention without riling up the Enderman.
Try not to die, okay? I'd really hate to have to watch that from behind this protective glass.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Wow. Just gonna watch me die.
Okay, just gotta get Soren's attention. And avoid attracting theirs.
Yep. Yep, that's him. I can tell. Who is it? Oh, never mind. Not him. Well, that was a sucking.